I made a video, um, or went live. Been having a really hectic schedule past few days, with everything from working extra hours. One of my managers at my overnight job quit, so I've been working extra hours. Been getting home extremely late. Late. Been tired. Coming off like 3 hours of sleep from last night or night yesterday. On my day job today, got me a little like 30-minute nap before I had to clock into my second job and go ahead and do that. So been busy. Definitely had an early night tonight since we didn't have a truck. Before I start anything, if you don't smoke already, as in all of my videos, do not pick up the habit. It is a bad habit to have. If you do already smoke, well, hopefully you're smoking for the same reason as me. I simply just enjoy. It's kind of like a hobby to me. It's not as much for the high or anything of the sort. I just find it enjoyable to just sit down, spark something up, and smoke. So, but if you don't have the habit, don't pick it up. Go find some better hobbies like playing music or streaming or whatever it is. Don't smoke. Bad habit to have. This is like my first kind of video or live stream outside of my journey to rich. Um, but it kind of ties into it as well in a way. If you haven't seen those, I think we're on like episode 6 now, or next one's 7. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and look. No, I haven't made a video in like 3-4 days. So, but Father's Day is today. It's my first what? Be a pop. So, I guess congratulations to me. Don't really change nothing. I was about to use a curse word, but I didn't. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. What's going on, Alien? Hope you're having a blessed night tonight, man. Um, but the title of this is "Why Don't They Make Games Like This?" So as of recently, I don't have much time to play games no more. Honestly, I really hardly play it at all. I might be able to get some downtime where I can fit in like an hour, maybe 3 hours a week max. I get time to play the game, so not something that I get to do much anymore. Squad Azure, hope you having a good night too, man. Morning, wherever you guys are. But I've really been trying to search and find a game to play. And it's been hard, man. It's been hard. I've been looking for like kind of like a single player role playing game in a way. Greatest game of all time, Fallout New Vegas. Can't convince me anything else. What's going on, Eduardo? Hope you're having a blessed day, man. Alien. It's Alan. My fault, Alien. Alan. Alan, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, back to kind of what I was saying. I've been searching for a game to play. It's been really hard, honestly. That I don't have the time to play it. I mean, that's not really what I'm connected to, but I'm trying to that like I can sit down and kind of like fall into the world itself. No, definitely not, Alan. I have a wife and kid. Um, ain't got nothing against them, but anyways, been looking for a game and I haven't really been able to find one. Played the Outer Worlds like a few years ago when I had time. Didn't really care much for it. Went and revisited it. I catch myself playing it for some downtime because it's something that I can pause and, you know, help with the kid or I can pause and get away from. Unlike the only other game I play, which is 2K, and I play online, so then I have to end up like leaving the game, and you never really truly know what you're gonna get on 2K, man. You know, especially as a guy that don't really play with friends anymore, I kind of just I don't have time, so hop on, run a random game for like 30 minutes. I don't play GTA anymore, Alan. I put so many hours into it, it's over for me. I am heavily excited for GTA 6, though. I'll tell you, that is something that's definitely getting spent money on. Well, we're talking about games, man. Kind of in a way, but it's also open, so um, just kind of follow along, bro. Do what you do, or if you get any questions along the way, I'm pretty interactive with the chat and things. I don't want to speak on politics on YouTube, but one thing I will say is if you don't like him or you like him, either way, you have to at least respect the fact that he keeps it real. You know, he's not like traditional politician in the sense of he will tell you something that you want to hear and then do the opposite. I appreciate it, Alan. I got off topic there. I kind of answered it anyways, but give you some of my personal what I thought. But anywho, right? Getting back to it. Um, I just got back into the Outer Worlds, and I don't really care for it, but I guess once I played it, right? Uh, I've just recently heard of like this Gothic today, and I think it's something that I'm actually gonna look into as well. But Journey to Riches is something I do. It's videos that I post. I'm gonna add a playlist. I do them as live streams, and then I plan on editing them and put them as videos, not with much edits, because simply I don't have time to do that. Um, but I plan on editing them very slightly and posting them. I just have to get the downtime. I'm gonna make that a tradition for Mondays. It's the only day that I have somewhat off, you could say, because I don't work my day job, but I have to go to work that night. So I never have a true off day. Close to a year now. Close to a year now. My kid is about to be 6 months. Um, but that being said, getting back on track, I do lose my train of thought sometimes, man. Uh, you'll catch that in some of the other videos too. Hey, Mafia, that's what we call minding your business, bro. Nobody can fault you. I That's it. Um, I really lost my train of thought because I answered like two questions. Mm. I don't know what it is, but games don't pull you in like they do. Um, I have a girl, man. I have a girl. I'm gonna have as many kids as I need to have until I get a man, and then when I get a man, I'm done. um, Fallout New Vegas is the greatest game in my opinion. Another game that I really thoroughly enjoyed, and I don't see why. I know why it hasn't got a remake because it doesn't have the rights. Like they physically can't because of the bureaucracy of it. But is the original Godfather. Godfather 2 was great too, but the original Godfather game was an absolute piece of art. And that give me one moment. Her name is Juniper. Uh, um, but now that I've got myself composed, I've gotten myself back together. The original Godfather game was an absolute piece of art, and tying this into my journey to rich. You know, I have a ton of ideas. I know that to be as successful and wealthy as I want to be, you have to do multiple things. It just takes money, and you can't move on from something because I'm gonna open up my airsoft and paintball field, and that's gonna be a starting point for me. My brother's gonna open a restaurant on the field, technically, like beside of it. It'll be its own entity because that's his, but it'll be right there. We can help each other drum up business. I talk about this in my journey to rich in certain episodes. But I look at this as an opportunity, or if given the opportunity, I believe that my game idea would sell very well. And it's not really an idea; it's a concept. I mean, I'm not a game designer, you know. But anyways, outside of all of that, why hasn't there been a RPG kind of mafia game? Why haven't they made? I appreciate that, Alan. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Why is it a RPG mafia game been made? You know, story plot line simple, but with choices and consequences. You could have multiple different factions and have multiple different factions in which you can choose, and all of them are families. All the families are vying over control over rackets, like it was in the game in the Godfather, just like they did. I feel like nobody has done it as good as they did it. I mean, it was it was phenomenal. You tie all of that in with a nice story plot, a way you can work yourself up the way of the family, or you can cut it short. RPG element with choices, consequences, character builds. You know, what kind of I'm sorry, how do you handle problems? The way you handle problems dictates what families you go with. The play style dictates choices. I mean, look at the art pieces that people talk about. People talk about Mafia 2. Mafia 2 was a phenomenal story driven game. Now imagine that game where your choices changes the ways things work. And my favorite horror movie, I don't know. I mess with horror every now and then, but my wife don't really care to watch them, so we don't watch them no more. And I never like so. You could also do a dynamic move in like a World War II element. These are the type of games I like, and I feel like nobody's doing it on the market like that no more. That's what I grew up on. That's what all the games were. The OG Splinter Cells. Um, the GTA Vice City, Chinatown Wars. Saints Row did it pretty good for a story. You too, Alan. Appreciate you coming around, man. Being active in the comment. Hope you have a good night. But a World War II theme. You are storyline start like you're an airborne unit, you know? And as you explore the world, you build a team. You handle missions in ways of you help infantry move up, you help this squad, and you're really the squad leader. Like you have choices on how you approach the situation. Have your choices on the decisions you make with the squad. If you played Brothers in Arms, Road Road to Hill 30, or Hell's Highway, how it has squad mechanics. You tie that in with a choice and consequence, and have it as a kind of a dynamic map, because it's have a little open world to it where you go and you explore and you build that. And in doing so, your choices and consequences have actions. You know, you might choose to assault the MG nest, and it's like a little mission. And they sit to you in the trench and they're like, all right, there's an MG nest up the road, kind of like a story game. What's the plan? And you got options you can select. Let me scout out some more. All right. Or let's smoke and hit it head on. All right. Or let's send a fire team on the right flank. How you approach it depends on how many people you lose and affects the story. Maybe later on you can reinforce the infantry unit as heavy because you've been taking heavy casualties, and the world responds to that. I always quote New Vegas because I feel like I won't play a game like it again. I've played great games, but I dictate it by how much I play a game. And through my life, how much I played, how many times I've went back and beat it. You know, uh, wow. Had it on the PC, did it with all the mods. That held me up forever because I played everything on. And yeah, but one day, if it works out, journey to rich, you know. So it's all a process, man. I'm not gonna turn this into a journey to rich video. So I mess with y'all, man. Hope y'all have a good night. Hope you have a good day wherever you're watching. My people in Brazil. Hope y'all have a good night, everybody. We'll see y'all in the next one.